Hey guys, Alessio, and welcome to another update on the stock markets. Now, in this particular video, we're going to take a look at the financial markets because something quite interesting is developing here in the bigger major markets. For one thing, the big question everybody's asking is, given the fact that the S&P has broken above the 3,000 levels, broken above all-time highs, could this mean that the markets are gearing up for a major bullish move higher? Well, let's take a look at some charts. Let's start with this chart here of the S&P. There are some important negative divergences. This is often a weakness signal. When you see a negative divergence, simply means when the market makes a new high, the momentum on the divergence on the momentum line has not made a new high. This is often a signal of internal weakness, potential weakness in the trend or the force of the trend. So we got some negative divergence here on the S&P, even though it made new highs. We can see the same thing happening also on the NASDAQ. NASDAQ also showing, that's on the next chart, we can see that it's showing also quite a bit of negative divergence there, also on the NASDAQ, the Tech 100 there. And also the same thing is true with the European stocks, Euro Stoxx 50. So even the European stocks, as you can see on this chart, so the Euro Stoxx 50 is also showing divergences. Notice on this chart, the last time there was a negative divergence back in 2017 by the looks of it, and the last time there was a massive negative divergence on the chart, that actually ended up being the top on the market, and it dropped quite nastily, as you can see right there. So we're seeing negative divergences on these higher time frame weekly charts, showing, again, negative divergence is often a sign of weakness in the trend. Okay, great. So we leave those charts, and what we're going to talk about now is some leading indicators. One particular leading indicator, by the way, as I'm sure you're probably aware, is the Dow transportation. Now, before we take a look at the chart, all I want to say is this. Firstly, the fact is that the reason why we look at transportation is because transportation plays a key part in the economy. If you think about it, every product that gets manufactured has to be shipped somewhere. There are companies that make stuff, manufacture stuff, like Apple, for example, but they have to be shipped somewhere. Usually the shipping is done by the transportation companies. If you think about it, if you order something on Amazon, that has to be shipped. Transportation, therefore, plays a key part, not just for shipping goods, but also for leisure, people traveling and stuff like that. So transportation plays a very important part in the economy. So when transportation is lagging behind the stock market, this could be an important sign of weakness in the overall trend and overall strength of the market. Let's take a look at the chart, the transportation index now. Transportation index is showing some divergences, but also some weakness signs. This is a weekly chart of the transportation index, of the Dow transportation. You can see it's in a sort of a triangular formation, triangular pennant formation on this higher time frame. The bottom line is this. The question for us is, which direction is this going to break? To the upside of the triangular formation or to the downside? So we're going to watch this very carefully. If the Dow transportation breaks to the upside of this triangular formation, above 10,800 or above 11,000 on this chart, this could be a sign of strength for the stock markets too. This could actually be a leading indication that the stock markets could potentially head further higher. Potentially towards, for example, 3,100, 3,200. However, if it breaks to the downside, take a look at where that blue line is, the arrow. If it breaks the arrow, that level at 9,700, very likely we could be heading much further lower, and that could be a sign of strong weakness. In other words, the June lows for the Dow transportation are going to play an important part as a leading indicator. Let's see if we hold those levels or not. Also, take a look at the next chart, which is the Russell index, small cap stocks. Small cap stocks play a key role too. Why? Because often small cap stocks or the Russell leads the way. So again, as you can see here, we've got a triangular formation. Let's see which direction it also breaks off this one. I'll just leave that chart for a moment. And again, guys, the fact is, if either of these charts, if either the Dow transportation or the Russell or both of them, if they break below the June lows, so if we see these markets breaking below the June lows, for example, on the Russell, it was about 1440, I think it was. Bottom line is, this could be a sign of weakness for the overall markets. We put it this way: if we want to see a strong stock market, we need to see the Dow transportation and the small cap stocks leading the way, pushing further higher, breaking above the triangular formation. If it fails to do that, that could be a sign of weakness in the overall market. Also, we're taking a look at the divergences too. So very interesting times for the markets, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hi guys, before I finish the video, I just have a very small request, which is, firstly, if you haven't already subscribed to our videos, please make sure you do so now by clicking the subscribe button. But also, very importantly, please also click on the bell icon right next to the subscribe button. By clicking on the bell icon, this ensures that you're notified whenever we post a brand new video. because it is possible that some of our videos may not appear in your feed. So by clicking on the bell icon, this ensures that whenever we post a brand new video, you're notified so you don't miss a future video update. And in fact, right now, I'm in the process of making a very important video, and we'll be posting this very soon. So by making sure you're subscribed and clicking on the bell icon, this makes sure you're notified so you don't miss our future videos. Thanks very much indeed, guys. I appreciate it, and bye for now.